I am so excited about today's video. I'm going to be sharing a lot about uncovering who you truly are, finding your place in the world, and learning how to trust and embrace your inner weirdo. So if you are someone who, like me, feels like you never really fit in to the world, if you always felt a little bit different, this is going to help you so much, and I'm really excited to have you here. You're not alone. We're in this together, and I'm excited to chat about it. Yay! Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Kara Michelle and I'm here to help you live your truth. And as you can imagine, living your truth means embracing who you truly are. Now, when I talk about this, I'm talking about it on an emotional level, spiritual level, basically every possible level we could have, right? Reconnecting to who you truly are deep down inside and learning how to embrace and honor and show up authentically as that version of yourself. So we live in a society that tells us who we need to be and it tells us what is normal, right? Now, what I want to share, so many things, but who decided what was normal, right? It's all just passed down beliefs and perceptions around what is possible or what we should be doing, how we should live our lives, right? And the systems that were created, and we are brought up being told like, this is the system, fit into it. Do you know what I mean? And let me know in the comments if you are someone who is like, I was born to be different. I was not meant for this box. You can comment that down below. That was my life for a long time. I really felt like, honestly, I felt like it was never safe for me to bring forward all the aspects of myself because I didn't really feel like it would be received or understood by a lot of people. And it didn't necessarily match like the normal thing, which can lead to a lot of discomfort, a lot of anxiety, a lot of extra stress or tension because you're always trying so hard to be someone you're not instead of knowing that who you are deep down inside is enough. And I had this beautiful, beautiful message from one of my previous Conquer Your Mind clients today. I will post it up here. She was talking about how even during this process of Conquer Your Mind, she realized that she was kind of comparing her growth to other people's and allowing this to dictate, like, do I feel like I'm enough? Do I feel like I am where I should be? And comparing to other people. And this is something that most of us get caught in, that comparison trap. And we've all been programmed and taught to believe certain things about who we should be and how we should show up. So I was watching this documentary last night, and this woman, Barbara Marx Hubbard, I believe was her name, was saying how she like always felt different. And she shared this one time how she started opening up to someone else, explaining like her deepest desires and like what was really fueling her. She was so interested in diving into spirituality and looking at evolution and purpose and all these bigger things that back 40, 50, I think it was probably like 60 years ago, was very still like new age and weird. So she started opening up to this person and he was like, Barbara, you're a mutant. And she was like, it was not in a mean way, which is why I didn't want to title this video, oh, maybe I will, we'll see, of like, you are a mutant, because obviously that's going to be like kind of rude. But like, she realized in this moment, this person she opened up, she shared part of like what drove her and what she was passionate about, and he matched it and just was like, look, you are different. But that's like a superpower, right? That's not like a bad thing. You are meant to be different. You're thinking about things in a way that most people are not. And I know this was even me as a little kid. I was always thinking about like the deeper purpose and what happens next and why do these things work this way, and like the system and a lot of the constructs we have in society have never made sense to me. And so but for the longest time I kind of kept my deepest interests bottled up or just like enjoyed this stuff myself and on my own. And the thing is like when you find something you're truly passionate about, it's there for a reason. And so it's about you embracing that, learning how to own that, feel confident and authentic, and find that voice. Because as long as you are doing good or you're not harming others, I think like those passions are there for a reason. So side note, but maybe you are someone who feels like you're a little bit of a mutant too, because you've felt like the black sheep of the family, or like you didn't always fit in with your friends at school, or like even if you had a good friend group, you still felt like they never really understood you on a soul level. So if this is you, welcome to the tribe. Welcome to the group of weirdos who feel like we're just different, right? And we're here for different reasons. And this isn't to compare or say one way is right, one way is wrong. But what I've been blocking off, I didn't realize I was, but what I've been blocking off is like, here is normal and here is you. If you are one of my fellow weirdos, this is you over here, right? And you were not ever meant to be normal. You were meant to just be you, to reconnect to who you truly are, to feel safe and comfortable to show up as that version of yourself, to create your own place in this world instead of trying to fit into a place that was never meant for you to fit in. So look at, like, we've got a box of normal society constructs, beliefs. Like, these are all the, my writing is getting messier and messier. These are all the shoulds. Like, you should be, you should do, you should have, the comparison, the trap, the box, right? This is not what you were created for. You are a limitless, expansive, abundant human being. You are infinite potential. Your soul that is residing within you is capable of anything and everything. And it's only the constructs, the beliefs, and the shoulds that keep us from being able to embrace that and honor that and show up in that way. So you were not meant to be in this box. If you're someone, you probably stopped watching this if you're someone who doesn't relate to this. But I was gonna say, like, if you're someone who feels good about the normal, that's fine. Because then obviously that is where you're at in your life right now. There's nothing wrong with that. But like, if you don't feel like you fit in with the normal, that's because you were meant to be uniquely you and stand out and shine bright and step into alignment with all of the things that really light you up and that you feel deeply connected to. Life is a game. We're all brought here for different purposes and to learn different lessons, but in order to actually learn and evolve on our own individual soul journey, everyone's path is going to look different. My life path and the trajectory of things I've been through, the speed at which, like, I experience certain things is going to always be different than someone else's. And that's not a right or wrong. That's just my personal journey and what I was meant to do and the timeline in which I was meant to experience it on, right? So, but if you feel like you are someone who was not meant to fit in that way, then what I really desire for you is that you start to embrace that and work on honoring that, work on finding your tribe. And that's what we're doing here, right? Well, this is why I was like, welcome to my community. You can let me know in the comments and be like, I'm a weirdo, right? Like, let's be the tribe of weirdos who were born to stand out and we're born to be different. We were born to make waves in abnormal ways, right? We were here for our purpose, and our purpose looks different than a lot of other people's purpose. So I think it's about honoring that, about accepting that, no longer feeling guilty, no longer feeling shame or embarrassment about that. And the more you do work on uncovering what truly feels good for you, as well as the more you do work on like stepping into alignment with your confidence or with your voice or with your purpose, then it's so much safer to start opening up. And I will be the first to say that like growing up, I would have been terrified to say, like, one day you're gonna, like, speak out on social media and share all these different vulnerable things you've been through in your life and try to be a part of a movement or create a movement, or like talk about death, talk about grief, talk about spirituality and energy, and connecting to your departed brother, and like talk about all of these things that are not necessarily the most normal things in the world, right? But I also would have been so insecure and intimidated to do it, to speak about that, let alone to speak up in general. So this is kind of a testament of my own work and like inner healing journey, that I am here today doing this, because I was the girl who didn't speak up at all for herself. I was the girl who literally did anything to fit in, tried to please everyone else, dimmed her own light in order to make sure other people were comfortable, just didn't express herself the way she wanted to. And it's been a process of unbecoming in order to become who I truly am. And this is a huge component of what I teach in my 90-day program, because what I truly believe is that who you are is more than enough. And how many of us struggle with unworthiness and insecurities and let that hold us back? I know I used to, right? But that's why I'm here now, because who you are is more than enough. Your gifts, your passions, all of those things were put there for a reason. And in order to actually step forward in the world and like let that shine and become that person you've like suppressed, right? And hidden inside, you need to unbecome and shed all the layers, the limiting beliefs, the anxieties, the experiences, the fears, the doubts, all of those things that are keeping you stuck and keeping you from feeling safe to come forward. We have to release those things first so that we can start to create a new foundation, a new belief system, a new way of living, acting, and being to move forward and like step into alignment with who you've always been. Something I say all the time is that, like, I am not here to turn people into other versions of me, and I'm not here to tell you what is right. I'm here to help guide you so that you can connect to your true self, to your soul, and get back on path or back on track with your personal path and your journey here on the planet. So it's about you becoming the best possible version of yourself, whatever that means to you. And so what I think is just super cool is like looking at what sort of things here are maybe keeping you stuck. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Can you tell that I've had coffee today? I know I can. I feel like every time I come on here after having coffee, I talk so fast and like my mind is running a million miles a minute. And anyway, it's all good. So what is keeping you stuck? So take a look at these things, okay? And reflect on it. Do some of this work, right? What is keeping you stuck? Also, something that will help you so much is checking out some of the links I've got down below. The free mindset training is going to teach you exactly how to reprogram your subconscious mind and my 3-step process for doing that. And the 5-day Release to Thrive challenge is a powerful combination of journal prompts, videos, and meditations to help you release and do what I just said, unbecoming, letting go of the layers and the parts of you that do not serve you, and then aligning with who it is you truly are on an inside soul level. So stepping into alignment with that version of yourself. So check those out down below if you haven't already. They are so powerful. And now we want to look at what is keeping you stuck, okay? So society. Is it that you feel like you need to, is it because of the way society is run, right? Certain things that are just like normal in society maybe don't match with you, and maybe they never have. Looking at the constructs and the different beliefs that we have around what's possible, what we should be doing, what is normal, and also looking at, let's add this in here, your past. So past experiences. For me, for those who don't know me, or no, for those who do not know me or they are new here, my whole spiritual journey started about 9 years ago in 2011. That's 9 years ago. 2011, my brother passed away. He had an allergic reaction to a prescription drug. We were texting one night, everything was good. The next morning, I got a call from my mom saying he had passed away, and everything changed for me in that moment, as you can imagine. And I really started looking for purpose and meaning. And a few years after that, I was sexually assaulted. Soon after that, I had a really bad car accident and flipped and rolled 4 times. And I had an out-of-body experience. And now throughout these 3, what I call like my trifecta, or my 3 rock bottoms, because sometimes people just have one, but your girl likes to go big or go home. So I had 3 pretty close back to back. Throughout that process, I was so desperate for answers and meaning and purpose, like I said, that I started really diving into spirituality, energy work, healing, mindfulness, subconscious reprogramming, all these different things. Yeah, there's so many things. I'll stop listing because my mind's like, which ones did I already say? So that's from the coffee. Okay, so what is keeping you stuck? Okay, so for me, the past was something that was keeping me stuck and really limited, because these were the things I had experienced. This was the identity I was holding on to, and I felt like this is all that I am. This is all I'm ever going to be. You know, how could I possibly move forward or find freedom, find happiness, find confidence? How can I show up after all these things kind of kept hitting me and knocking me down? So in order to do that, it took that inner work and realizing that, like, firstly, working on the comparison around other people and their journey. Like I said before, not everyone's journey is the same. Not everyone is meant for the same life path. Not everyone is meant to understand each other. You know, we are all here for our own personal journey. And if you can embrace that and start to embrace your own journey and the things that have come your way, that's going to allow you to really like skyrocket your growth and your evolution a lot faster. The sooner you can embrace it, the sooner you can push through and turn it into a strength, going from pain to purpose, right? And just understanding what areas of your past are still keeping you stuck and keeping you from shining as your truest self. So maybe a lot of experiences happened in your childhood about where you didn't feel like you were heard, or you didn't feel like it was safe to be yourself, or you didn't feel like you belonged, right? The human, the ego mind wants to feel safe. It searches for that safety, and if it doesn't feel safe, then we have those uncomfortable feelings, those uncomfortable triggers or responses to things, and we act out accordingly and can kind of end up like dictating our life based on what we think is safe or not safe. This is why so many people stay stuck in their comfort zone and stuck in these patterns, even if they know those patterns aren't serving them. So when you start to look at the past and the different things that have been keeping you stuck for so long, and what kind of experiences are shaping you and making you feel like it's not safe to be yourself, that will start to open up so many doors for you and allow you to just start to embrace who you are and let go of that need for approval, let go of that fear of judgment, and really just step into alignment with your higher self, your true self. The self that has always been there underneath all of these layers. So I hope this was helpful. I feel like it maybe ended up all over the place. Please, if you've enjoyed it, if you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you've subscribed and turned on the notifications. I post a video every single day. And let me know if you are a fellow weirdo. Comment down below, let me know. And make sure you check out those different free resources if you want extra support and help in embracing who you are. And I just want to end this with one last thing, which is that you were not here, or you were not put here. I'm gonna end up, I'm gonna have this nice heartfelt ending, and I've already butchered it by saying the wrong words. You were not put here to fit in. You were not put here to be a slave to society, to be a slave to your mind and the limiting beliefs or the past struggles that it's holding on to be limited and constrained in any way. You were put here to be your best self, to feel safe, and to be able to show up from that space day in and day out. And the process of life, as I believe it, is learning how to unbecome and release those layers so you can start to just find that safety and show up as your best self. So again, hope this was helpful, and I will see you on the next video.